You really think you're better at Fortnite than all those other guys who just played, really, Dave? Really? You don't even have hands attached to your arms. They're attached to your shoulders. Do you really think you're better at Fortnite than the people we just played with? Are you going to sit there and judge them? Really? Huh. Alright, fair enough. How's it going, guys? It's the final render here. Good to see you again. We just got done streaming some fantastic Fortnite, and that was good fun. You know, we only did it for an hour, and it probably shouldn't do it for an hour, but I'm very, very tired at the minute, because we didn't really have much time to get everybody in who wanted to play. Because when we do Fortnite streams, we get everybody in, you know, in like the open crossplay, so everybody can go ahead and join me, and join the squad, and we all have good fun. But unfortunately, 2 hours or so, that would be better. It would be better for the stream overall. But, yeah, is what it is. Is what it is. Let's go and check something. Yeah, just go ahead looking at a cable right there, see if it wasn't catching on anything. How are we all? Are we all okay? Are we all alright, eh? How's it going? Let's go ahead and see in the chat. Let's go ahead and see what's up. We have got some cool people going ahead and joining the chat again from the last stream as well. Who have we got in there? We have got Sneaky Ninja says, whoa, I got the first like. Yay! Well, every like is a like. So thank you very much for going ahead and liking the video, buddy. Sinclair the Sniper YouTube says, sup everybody? What's up, Sinclair, my man? Going ahead and joining the live stream there. How's it going, dude? And we got lots of good people here going ahead and saying hello. We got Jacob in there. We got Jackson Fridge in there. Bobby Bear, Vindicator Win, Ottoman Cat, Lone Ranger, Jessica, Ryan Morton, Tyler 555. Man, we got all the people joining. That's fantastic to know. Fantastic to know. All right, let's go ahead and load up our mod then. Let's go ahead and load up our mod. Now, hopefully this doesn't happen. Now we're streaming Fallout. But we did have some lag issues when we were streaming Fortnite. I assumed it was something on Fortnite's end, because we streamed Fortnite before many times and it's been lag free. It's been totally fine. But it was a little bit laggy. So I'm hoping everything is okay. BobbyBear007 says, is it NPC time? Nope, not for a very long time. You know, I'll probably put in the title when we actually go ahead and add NPCs, because that's going to take a long time. To tell you the truth, adding NPCs might actually be quite boring to watch. It'll be cool to talk about the characters and the people we're making and stuff, but the actual process of making them will probably just be clicking very basic menus and stuff, you know? Probably won't be that exciting, but it is what it is. Green Gauntlet says, finally, after lots of homework, I can finally relax and watch final render. Well, good to know you've got all the work done, buddy. Good to know you got all the work done. That's fantastic. Mr. Cleanliness says, you didn't say my name. Oh, sorry, buddy. There you are, though. Nice to see you, nice to see you. Kimberly A is still here and says, I am still here. Hi all. Hello there, Kimberly A. How are you? By the way, I didn't see if you responded earlier, Kimberly A. Do you like your new little symbol next to your name? It's kind of like the little vault door with the number 1, meaning you have been a sponsor for 1 month. And when you hit 2 months, it will change into a 2. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. So yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and get your own special badge for going ahead and supporting Final Render, go ahead and sponsor the channel. It's the start of the month, you know, it's the start of the month. So let's go ahead and get some new sponsors at the start of the month. Let's go ahead and get some new sponsors in. Remember, 2 more sponsors, we also unlock a new emoji. We did actually reach the target at one point. We needed 15 sponsors, and we had 15 for a very short amount of time, but 2 people had to cancel their sponsorship. Hey, it happens. I'm not angry, it happens. It is what it is. So, hopefully, we can go ahead and get 2 more so we can get our next emoji. What else is there? What else is there? We have got, go and scroll this up. BobbyBear007 says, is it finals or just really hard homework? Britain actually is about to hit their equivalent of finals, you know, called GCSEs. There are a lot of British students getting ready for those. But you should definitely work hard on those, you know, as someone who went through them. Put a little bit of time into it. Don't stress over it. That's the biggest thing, you know, just do it at your own pace. You know, a lot of times people will say, tie yourself down to a chair, get the pencil in your hand, organize it and stuff. But if you don't like to learn that way, don't. If you prefer learning when you've got like a YouTube video playing in the background or something, or you've got some music on or something, do that. Do what's comfortable for you. And the revision will work. Okay, yes, it's still revision, it's a bit boring, but you know what? If you're enjoying yourself while doing it, you will actually retain that knowledge and you won't need to stress about it. You know what I'm saying? That's a grown-up talking. Grown-up render talking right there. That's probably the only time. What else is there? Laura Elger says, I'm here, but was doing my routine share spike. Oh, Laura, you sneaky little devil. Always getting there with the share spike early. Let's go ahead and get our share spike going. Boom, right there. Go over to get the dust flying across the screen. You know, with the stock After Effects stuff right there. Let's go ahead and get a share spike going. First of the month, so come on, let's get lots of new people into the chat. That's exactly what we need to do. If you're new here and you do not know what a share spike is, it's very simple. If you're watching the live stream, you've got to share it on a social media network of your choice. I'm going to use Twitter. So, we are done poning on Fortnite. If you can pwn on Fortnite, you know, that might be a bit too aggressive a tone for Fortnite. We are done poning on Fortnite. Come, oh dear, come watch, come on, come watch some awesome decorating in Fallout 4 creation kit. And then tweet, Zen is amongst us. The share spike has been balanced. If you are watching the stream, you must balance the share spike so we can get as many people watching the stream as possible. Get as many people in here as possible. Let's go ahead and get your friends, get your dog, get your nan, get everyone you know into the stream so they can go ahead and enjoy the fantastic Fallout 4 content right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we got. Almost. Here we go. Here we got our fantastic little city right here. There was a time earlier on today, I jumped in game to go ahead and check something. And I had the mod deactivated. And I went into Diamond City. I'm like, something's wrong. And then I realised my mod isn't there. You know, it's been there for so long. It felt weird it not being there, you know? Okie dokie. So what else are people saying then? Ottoman Cat says, Final Reddit says, do you have a Zuckbook? Zuckbook? I don't even know what that one is. Vindicator Win says, I liked the tweet. Oh, you're goddamn right, buddy. That is awesome stuff. What else is there? Lone Ranger says, if you put on a mining helmet on an armor stand, it still works as a light. Oh, does it? Oh, that's kind of cool. I never knew that. Bobby Bear 007 Game says, not 1080p. No, I never stream at 1080p. There's two reasons for that. One, we actually work on a limited bandwidth here. If you guys remember, the Patreons actually directly pay for a 4G internet connection, which is what we stream on. And that's actually capped at 200 gigabytes a month, which is a lot of memory, granted. But 1080p is triple the pixel density as 720. So it really does go ahead and drain that cap. And not only that, but according to my analytics and many other analytics, of course, most people watch these streams, and in fact, most people watch YouTube videos on a tablet. So many tablet displays aren't 1080, many of them aren't even 720. So therefore, we go ahead and do 720 displays. My tablet's weird, actually. My tablet does have a 720 display, but it doesn't have the speed to do 60 FPS playback on YouTube, which is very annoying because I like watching stuff in 60 frames a second. Because, you know, I watch a lot of gameplay stuff, as you can probably assume. And it'd be really nice to watch them on my tablet in 60 frames a second. But no, can't go ahead and do that. Can't go ahead and do that. Vindicator Win says, how do you sponsor? If you look just above the chat, there should be a big green button which says sponsor. If you go ahead and click on that, then you should be able to go ahead and sponsor the channel. Remember, 2 more sponsors, we can unlock our next emoji for the sponsors to use. If you're a sponsor and you're currently watching, start spamming the chat with those so people can see what they're missing. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys where the sponsor button should be. Oh, shut up, Final Render. I hate your voice, you suck. Alright, just bring this up here. Look right there. That green button right there. That's what you click. Whether if you're on phone or tablet or PC or whatever, click on that green button and that's how you sponsor the channel. Go ahead and get it done, people. Go ahead and get it done. Okay, so let's go. Alrighty, so what are we going to do today then? We said we wanted to add more decorations and stuff like that, but we also said we wanted to tackle the lighting today. I have no idea what lights we want to use for this. That's the thing, you know. I have no idea what lights we want to use. I know we need it because if we go ahead and actually turn on the lighting engine like there, as you can see, it is a bit grim. It is a bit grim. So we will have to go ahead and make it still look nice, but also illuminate everything we need it to illuminate. But I do like the idea of playing with lights with this place, you know, they're going to give it that dystopian look. The idea of playing with the lights so that we can go ahead and get some really nice, maybe Godraid kind of things, you know what I mean? Okay, so what's going on with the stream actually? The stream is pixelated. Bobby Bear says, no, I mean low res. Yeah, I see what you mean now. I see what you mean. It's kind of It's kind of like the bitrate is low, isn't it? I assume I can't change the bitrate midstream. Oh, the bitrate's on 400. No wonder. Give me 1 second. The screen may go dead for a... Okay. We're streaming again now. Should be much better picture quality there. But yeah, thanks for letting me know, dude. Thanks for letting me know. Thanks for letting me know there, because that was on a bitrate of 400. Which is no good. You need a couple thousand at least. So thanks very much for letting me know. The picture quality should be nicer now. Should be nicer. Alright, so. Let's go ahead and get ready to play with some lighting then. Let's go ahead and play with some lighting. But of course, also, we need to go ahead and get some fantastic Twitter action up in here. As you guys know, during these streams, we have the Twitter open. We have the Twitter open so we can go ahead and get as many people enjoying the stream as possible by sharing their pictures of them enjoying the live stream. Their selfies of them enjoying the live stream, in fact. Or you can just go ahead and send in your messages via Twitter at final_render on Twitter. So let's see what we got. We have got Laura Elstrud going ahead and liking the fantastic stream right there. It still shows the Fortnite thumbnail for some reason. But, oh no, that actually was talking about the Fortnite one there. Alright, so thanks very much for going ahead and sharing out there, Laura. Laura was always going ahead and sharing the stream early. Fantastic stuff to go ahead and see that. Vindicator Win says, I'll be watching soon, my friend. That's awesome. That was 40 minutes ago. Laura Elstrud says, Fortnite is over. 1 hour isn't enough. It's really not enough. We'll do more next time. And says, but final render is fair and factual. Oh my. Now it's time for Fallout 4. Lend us all of your great ideas for adding more than billboards. We will be adding more than billboards. And we've got Dylan coming and Vindicator Win going ahead and liking the share spike. That's fantastic, guys. Thanks very much for doing that. That all brings in new people. Does the stream look better now, people, as well? Does the stream look better now? Because it literally was a problem on my end. But it's all sorted now. It's all sorted now. Okay. So, lights then. Let's see what we got with lights. Probably the best thing to do is probably go with pack-in lights. And see... We will need some kind of street lights in a way. Oh, we did have the idea of attaching some lights to these here. We were going to go ahead and add these same spotlights, weren't we? We did have that idea. Let's go ahead and start recording this. Because obviously we do edit these as regular videos as well. When all the kind of decoration of the NPCs are done, we'll have another edited video of this entire project. Because it's a huge project, as you can tell. Let's go ahead and grab one of these little lights here. Oh, in fact, actually, why don't we grab one of the ones from the billboards at the back? We kind of pre-made them to work a bit better in closer distances, didn't we? These ones right here. Let's go ahead and grab that right there, and that right there, and also that bit right there. That's part of its model. Let's go ahead and copy this one. I know I always insist that I am a duplicate man rather than a copy and paste man, but in this case we're going to do copy and paste because we are taking it quite some distance away. So let's see what we can do to play with the light sources then. How about we have some light sources attached to this pole right here, to this pipe rather. Go ahead and have that so we can kind of illuminate the walkway. I think that would be quite nice. Alright, so I've just pasted that in, I think. I think. So, you know, sometimes with the creation key, you hit the button and it just don't know, it no work. You know, you hit the button and no happen. No happen. And, it clearly hasn't worked. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab that. There we go. So now, did that not work because it's pasted it somewhere else? Yes, I must have clicked on something else accidentally. So it's pasted it over here by Kellogg's house. Let's go ahead and Control delete. There we go. Fix that stuff. It's very easy to make little mistakes like that. And then later on you'll notice, like, oh, why is there a door floating in the air? Because you've just made an accidental copy and paste mistake. Very easy with the creation kit, as you can probably tell. Alright, so click on that right there. Paste. There we go. So here's our little light source right here. This appears to be a hollow pipe. Or not a hollow pipe. So we could put one up the top. But let's see. We need to go ahead and... oh, it's going to be one of those situations, isn't it? Okay, let's deselect that. And yeah, its center points are off, isn't it? Let's go ahead and line up the little stand with the pipe. Turn off the kind of snap in so we can get a bit more precise controls or little minute adjustments. Do it that way. And now, in theory, we can rotate this lamp slightly down. Like that. There we go. Just like that. That's looking good. And now that's just for lamp. That's just the model. It's not actually going to make any light. The thing which makes the light is this. This kind of cone here. This is a spotlight. You can actually get different shapes of light. You can get like omnidirectional lights, which are kind of light in a general sphere. You can get kind of more very precise lighting with gobos and stuff, or you can get spotlights. I like playing with the spotlights because for spotlights, you can kind of play with the lighting, as I've already said. You know, you can get something that only lights up the little details you want the audience to see. You know, stuff like that. Audience? Viewer? Player? Player. It's not a video. Alright, so what are the people saying then? What are the people saying then? Okay, let's go ahead and see what's up. Theo Van Derzen says, are you going to play more Pavlov? I probably will. Probably will at some point, yeah, if people want to see more Pavlov. That was the VR shooter that I played. That was the Counter-Strike thing. But for the next one, I might actually see if I can do Call of Duty maps. Because it's got lots of... It's mostly got Counter-Strike maps. But it's also got some... It's also got lots of Call of Duty maps. And it's even got quite a few Halo maps as well. So we could go ahead and get a couple of games in Pavlov, which is kind of cool. I'm not too familiar with Halo myself. But hey, you know, it's all good fun, isn't it? It's all good fun. Alright, so we got that there. How about we also go ahead and grab one of these God Rays for this. Grab one of the God Rays that we used for the billboards. Paste it in there. It's being very slow when it's got the markers on. This will be a very slow stream to watch because there's an awful lot of stuff going on with the markers, you know. Did that work? Nope, it didn't even copy and paste. Okay, you go away. Spitspot. Spitspot. Ugh. Is what it is. Is what it is. Okay, so who's going to be our first donator today? That's why I want to know. Who's going to be our first donator today? Remember, these streams are entirely ad-free. They are entirely ad-free because people donate. And we can't do these streams without donations coming in, basically. Otherwise, we'll have to put the ads on, and we don't want to do that. So, let's go ahead and do that. Let's see if we can get some fantastic donations in. And, just click on that bit. Not the sign. Click on that. There we go. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and do it. And bring it up. Oh. Almost lost it. Almost lost it. There we go. Back up here. Like, it can be very hard to go ahead and navigate in this sometimes because there's so much going on. Tell you what, actually, why don't we go ahead and turn off a lot of the other layers? We'll turn off a lot of the other layers so that this will run a bit faster. How about that? It's not a bad idea. Turn off all the layers that aren't my layers, pretty much. There we go. Just work with these. Get them switched off. There we go. Turned off a bunch of the layers there. Can we turn off even more, actually? Especially ones which have, like, grass and stuff like that. Because stuff like that will go ahead and drain the computer power quite a lot. Okay. So when it comes to optimization, you can see why it's dramatically needed, you know. If it's struggling to run in the creation kit on a PC, then, yeah, it's going to struggle on the consoles and stuff like that. So we'll definitely have to do lots of optimization and stuff like that. Still need to read up how to do that. But hey, we learn as we build. Or at least I did, anyway. You know, some people learn... Oh my gosh, we got a notification there. What was that right there? Jackson Fridge has donated $2 through Super Chat, who says, enjoy the streams. Thank you very much, Jackson Fridge. Jackson. Everyone go ahead and chant Jackson Fridge in the chat for going ahead and donating $2 via the Super Chat. That is our first donation today. Let's go ahead and see if we can get some more. We have got slots for 4 names on the donation board, as you can see. And Jackson Fridge is our first. Let's go ahead and see if we can get 3 more new names on the board. Let's get 3 more new names so we can keep these streams going. Because, you know, times are very hard on YouTube, really. With it being the adpocalypse still a little bit. Like, unsurprisingly, people, unsurprisingly, that video I uploaded the other day of the virtual VR waifu, that got demonetized, unsurprisingly. I wonder why. But hey, it was a fun video. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you go check it out. Very fun video with lots of very amusing physics in there. That's all I'll say. I don't want to spoil it. Okay, that's not copy and pasting, so I don't know why that's not happening. But let's go ahead and maybe turn back on some of the layers, seeing as I can't actually see the thing I want to work with. Problem is I have no idea what it is. I assume it's a scrap monument one. No? Okay. Turn on the layers until I get the thing I need. I just want the tower. There it is. There's the tower. Alright, sweet. And again, you know, we'll add some more of these little things. We'll kind of go around the pipe so we can kind of see a lot of the stuff that we are lighting up. We're currently lighting up this catwalk here so that it can be seen at night. And the idea is you'll also be able to see light pools coming through the streets from the ground floor, which would be very nice. Don't know what that means. Isn't that like a test for your reactions or something? Or for your, check for tremors and stuff? Alright. Just like that there. Oh, for God's sake. This is why I hate doing little things in big cells. Little things in big cells. If you're making like a tiny little room in an interior cell, it's not too bad with the creation kit. But when you've got a huge cell, it's very easy to accidentally click on wrong things and stuff like that. Alright, so where are some of these lights? There's one right there, but it's actually just out there. There we go. Got it, got it, got it. Fantastic stuff. Let's go ahead and duplicate it. And now we can go ahead and give it a rotate. Give it a rotate. Turn off that angles like that. Alright, so that should have worked. Oh, it's only duplicated the light source, has it? Of course. Scroll up a bit here and grab it. Tell you what, I can turn off the lighting engine here, can't I? That's probably one of the reasons why it's going very slowly, because I've got all the shadow lighting on. We don't need to see that until we've actually placed our light, do we? So how are we all doing then? What have we all been up to today? What have we all been up to today? Let's go ahead and see what's up. Otto Ottoman58 says, final render, video demonetized. What? Yeah, it used to happen a lot, but obviously the one with the very funny wiggle physics was demonetized, unsurprisingly. I'm not surprised about that. It's back now. The monetization's back now. You know, it's been reviewed by a real person and they've put it back. But unsurprisingly, the tags and stuff said, this is a bit weird, this one. We oughta take the ads off this one. I'm not surprised. Okay. So now we've got that duplicated, we can go ahead and rotate it around. Don't mess around with me now. It's gonna mess around with me now, isn't it? Okay, is what it is. It doesn't need to be 100% lined up, I suppose, really. It's okay to look a bit scrappy and a little bit out of whack. Because, you know, it's Fallout. Everything's a little bit broken. So that's alright, I suppose. But I would like to at least make it a bit easier for myself if I want to go ahead. I'd rather make something look bad than make it bad just because I didn't put the effort in. You know, does that make sense? I'd rather I deliberately put in the effort to make something look a bit sloppy. Okay, so that's that. So now, it's light source. This one right here. Need to turn on the lighting again. Yeah, so that's lighting up that button there. We can go ahead and grab another one. And drag it across this way. So right now we are like playing with light, as you can see. We are trying to actually light up the catwalk, but the catwalk only really, you know. We don't want to waste the light by going off on other things. We want to kind of act as if they've got very limited light, so they just go ahead and point the directional lights directly at what needs to be lit and nothing else, you know. Because I imagine electricity would be very expensive in Diamond City. I imagine they'll probably just tax the poor to get more light in. And again, you know, I want to have a little bit of shadow in the middle. A little bit of shadow. Oh my gosh. I really need to turn these notifications down. Ottoman58 has donated through €2 through Super Chat, who says, spoiler alert for Infinity War, Shrek dies. Oh no! Donkey! I'm dying, Donkey! Okay, in all serious note though, people, please don't spoil Infinity War in the chat. I'm not going to watch it, but I'm sure there are lots of people. Okay. But obviously I know Shrek doesn't die in Infinity War. He dies in Shrek 2. Anyways, let's go ahead and add some more lights then. We need like, we can go ahead and get one more, can't we? Go and get one more. It might be easy to just put the light in place and then duplicate the spotlights separately. There we go. Yeah, that's much easier in fact. Don't attach the light, you know, do them separately. That's much, much easier. Right, so what's everyone up to? Everyone's still having fun? Yeah, everyone's still having fun? Okay, so Bobby Bear Game says, my birthday present is a PC. It's almost programmed. Nice. Got yourself a PC for a birthday present. What was my first PC? I remember I had a laptop in college that was really, really good. You know, it was especially good because I was studying video. So we got a really good laptop. By today's standards, it's not very good. We still have it, though. Still have it. It's in a cupboard, you know. It's very, very slow now. Because, you know, it's like, what? 7 years old now, and it's a laptop. Laptops don't normally last 7 years. So it's very, very slow, but it still technically works. Still got good old Windows 7 on it. I loved Windows 7. Windows 7 was a superb operating system. I like Windows 10 now, but it did take me a very long time to migrate to Windows 10, because I just kept thinking, what's wrong with Windows 7? You know, Windows 7 is fine. Windows 7 is fine. I'll stick with Windows 7. But eventually got to a stage where it was like programs would slow down and stuff because they didn't have the latest patches and stuff. The latest patches were only Windows 10. So it's like, okay, let's go ahead and upgrade it now. And I didn't actually have the free upgrade to Windows 10 either. You know, I paid for it. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and light up this part of the walkway. There we are, just like that. Alright, so if we turn off our markers now. So as you can see, we've got lights going all the way around the catwalk, but not on every part of the catwalk. We still got room for shadows. Remember, shadow is what makes something have depth. You know, shadows is what gives it that depth. But I would like to see a little more light on this button, just so the player is kind of aware that's the button you need to hit if you want to go back down. You know, if you look at games, you know, easiest way to go ahead and tell a player you can do something with this thing is to put a light directly on it, you know. Put a light directly on it, and that means the player is never confused. You know, there are many times, especially with like indie horror games in particular, when everything's dark, they don't light up or show you exactly where the thing you need to find is, whether it's like a button you've got to collect or an item you've got to grab, etc. They typically don't really tell you where those are. But if you look at things like BioShock or something, you know, an item you can grab will flash up. Or in the case of Fallout, you know, they typically just put a light source pointing at the thing to let you know, hey, this is something you should be aware of. So just like that. Just like that. So we got that there. That's looking pretty darn good indeed. Okay, we might move it up a little bit actually, because it's a little bit too bright. I could go ahead and decrease the power of the light, but inverse square law, of course, inverse square law, move something away, it becomes dimmer. Oh, I assume the inverse square law works in this physics engine. It should do, right? It should do. It should do. What else are people saying then? Faye Van Derzen says, Laura, you are the nicest person on the internet. She is very nice, actually, isn't she, Laura? What's she saying now? Is she going ahead and being nice to everyone? I certainly hope so. What else are people saying in the chat? Ottoman Cat says, I expect you to say like 5 or 6 right now, my dude. But nice. I do say that a lot, don't I? And Will Coop says, hello, Final Render. Hello there, buddy. Eddie E says, hello from Germany. Hello there, buddy. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. And we have also got Lone Ranger says, hello from Russia. Not really. Oh, what? Not really hello? Or not really hello because you're not in Russia? One of those two. One of those two. Laura Elcher says, to Bobby Bear Games, says, husband's birthday is getting close, and on December 4th, my oldest daughter is going to be 9 on November 4th, and lots of 4s and 7s on birthdays around the families. Oh, wow, lots of 4s and 7s. At least you'll never forget a birthday. At least you'll never forget a birthday. Okay, and Fair Van Derzen says, hey, Demonic Pony is back. Are you referring to Will Coops with the image? Yeah, well, profile picture there. All right. So we've got those there. We've illuminated that quite nicely. How about we also go ahead and do the same kind of thing for... We can also probably go ahead and turn off some of the physics and stuff, can't we? No, sorry, not physics, lighting. Go and do that. I wanted to have lights on these as well. You know, on these kind of security things where we will have security as well. We'll have security people stationed up here. There is technically a ladder, but you can't actually interact with ladders in the Fallout world, or at least in this engine. Anyway, there might be a new one day, who knows. But yeah, so that ladder is just for show, really, but that's how they would get up there. Let's go ahead and grab one of our lights then. In fact, we should have one already copied. Oh, no, we don't, because we didn't actually copy the entire thing. We just copied the light source, didn't we? Alright, so grab that. Have we got them all? Not quite. There we go, got them all. Alright, so let's copy it. And again, we'll probably focus the beams on the streets. Focus the beams on the streets. That way people can kind of see where they're going. And if we want to play with lights in the individual little, I suppose they're like city blocks, aren't they? We can go ahead and do that manually ourselves. Let's go ahead and add some lights. Let's go ahead and kind of maybe add them halfway up the little stands. Just like this. So what we can do if we really want to be quite nice with this, we can go ahead and... Oh my golly gosh, we have got more notifications coming in. Later the Fallout has donated $2 through Super Chat. Says, sorry I missed Fortnite, was doing my first stream. You're streaming now, later the Fallout. Oh, that's awesome. What happened to my voice right there? It went very high pitched. Everyone go ahead and chant. Fallout, Fallout, Fallout. Everyone go ahead and chant late to the Fallout for donating $2 via the super chat. That's fantastic. Good to know you're streaming. How do you like it? How do you like it? Do you enjoy it? Do you have fun with it? I certainly hope so. I certainly hope so. I certainly enjoy it. I'm doing it right now for that matter. Okie dokie. So, let's go ahead and do what I was doing before and rotate this. And rotate this across. It's pretty fun, isn't it, later before that? Pretty fun. Is that why you went ahead and bought your microphone? So you could go in and get the streams going? Good to know, good to know. I'm so glad I started streaming. You know, technically speaking, streaming has been quite bad on the channel because it's prevented growth. But honestly, I love it so much. And it means we can do huge projects like that. It's kind of a, we're playing the long game by doing streams, you know. It's like we're not going for instant gratification by making lots of videos. We're making one giant project, which should hopefully do very, very well. You know what I'm saying? And that's the beauty of streaming. Okay, so we can light up a little easier now. We could probably go ahead and actually move the light source next to the lamp this time. Got to move it right next to it, and then we can go ahead and adjust the shadow itself. Or the direction it's pointing, sorry. Alright, we got to line it up. Just like that. But it can be very hard to move these things about in the creation kit. Because spotlights, technically their center point is always pointing directly at where the light is pointing. So it can be really confusing to go ahead and position it. I'm just moving this further away, aren't I? Yeah, I'm moving it further away. Let's turn all the rotations off. Let's go ahead and have the rotations all on 0. If you'll let me do that. If you'll let me do that. Turn this off. Now you're gonna let me do it. No, still not gonna let me. Okay, okay. It's really playing hard to play today, isn't it? Really playing hard to play. Hard to play. Yes, that's what I said. Deal with it. Gotta just do it all manually by eye. There we go. Line it up with the light source right there. So now that's nice and lined up. What does this look like in the lighting engine? What is it pointing at? Yeah, that's doing a nice job. We could probably go ahead and pull it back a little bit. Maybe angle it down a bit so we can see a bit more of the street. Remember, the streets are what I'm trying to light up right now rather than, say, the flowers. Just angle that down a bit. Just like that. There we go. We can see a bit more of the street lights there. And then we can just, in theory, just rotate it around for this part here. But let's go ahead and do that. Turn on our markers and just rotate it around. Rotate it around. Let's go ahead and see what else we've got going on in the chat. Will Coop says, so, how's your day going, Mr. Render? It's been very slow today. I've been very, very tired today. I'm not going to lie. That's why we only streamed Fortnite for 1 hour today. So I've been very, very tired. So hopefully, we can go ahead and make this the best stream we've had so far this month. Wait, it's the only stream we've had this month. Take that back. Just make it the best stream we've ever had. So hopefully we can go ahead and make that fantastic. And what else are people saying then? Duck on Steroid says, did you stop work on the Vault 101 mod? Oh yeah, I stopped that very long time ago. In fact, this is a way bigger project than that. Way bigger project. And this one will actually work, goddammit. Dominic Walker says, can you, maybe in a new video that may or not be a building with mods, only do snappy builds, mod and contraptions workshop, and please take this into consideration and build a factory? What, do you mean I can only use those things? So that you may or may not make a build with only snappy build mod and contraptions workshop. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Because I don't really like the idea of limiting myself to only snap and build. Because there's a lot of other stuff which add all the stuff that snappy build has and more. You know what I'm saying? And typically, if I do make a factory, it's normally part of a settlement rather than a factory all in its own right. You know what I'm saying? Okay, come on, markers, where are you? Please appear, markers. Please. Please. There we go. Okay. So now, let's go ahead and grab that, and that bit. All right, we've got them all. Duplicate. And now we've got them duplicated. Please don't mess me around. Just do what I want you to do. Rotate. Yes, it actually worked. It actually did what I wanted it to do. That's a first, isn't it, people? And I move that in there. So now, what's the light looking like with this one? That's pretty darn spot on, actually. Pretty spotlight on. Cringe alarm right there. Let's go ahead and get the cringe alarm going right there for that awful, awful cringy pun right there. What else are people saying then? Later the Force says, I love the billboards you put up. I love the billboards we put up. It makes such a huge difference. The billboards, you know, because originally it was just like an extension. It didn't have too much personality. But these billboards really set the tone of the place. Really makes it look, not only does it make it look fuller, it makes it look bigger. But also it really sets the tone for what we're going for. It feels very Diamond City without actually taking away from the kind of glamorous nature of what we're trying to do, you know. It has a purpose. So I really, really like them. What's it? Will Corey says, what about a small little baseball club area? For, well, Diamond City is a baseball park. I don't know if we can really add too much more. We've kind of done all the buildings we want to do. We kind of added all the buildings, but maybe I was trying to think of a theme we could have for the casino. Because obviously we are going to have a bar and casino in that building right at the back. We could make it a baseball theme. That kind of makes sense if you ask me. You know, kind of like a VIP land. You know, say if you go to the ball game and you hire yourself one of the VIP boxes. Maybe it could look like that. That's not a bad idea, actually. Thanks for the suggestion, buddy. We might actually go ahead and do that. That's awesome. What else is there? Donald Walker says, hey, Final Render, what's your favourite colour? And can you add a swimming pool somewhere? I don't really know if we can fit a swimming pool in here, realistically speaking. Because, you know, with the way the upper city is structured. But, favourite colour? Probably blue. Blue's probably my favourite colour. What else is there? Larry Dorrell says, I gotta go. Okay, everyone say goodbye to Larry Dorrell, everyone. Everyone say goodbye to Larry Dorrell. Ryan Morton says, in the future, do you plan to do competitions like Cordless 7? No, I will not, simply because that's his thing. That's his thing, you know? That's his thing. You know, if I start doing it, then not only would it not get as many people because everyone's already doing his one, but then that's kind of taking his idea. And I don't want to do that. You know, I like the guy. You know, we've done videos and stuff before, or a video before. So no, I don't want to go ahead and use his idea. Does that make sense? Let him have the thing he invented and take the credit for it. Okie dokie. Let's go ahead. And not only that, but as I said, you know, then it would become a bit saturated. Because if some people of mine were doing it and some of his were doing it, eventually someone's not going to be able to take part in one of the competitions. You know what I'm saying? So let him have his thing. Let him have the thing he invented. And I can do what I do. You know what I'm saying? It's obviously worked very well, though. God damn it. I mean, you know, he surpassed me in subs a very long time ago. He's doing very, very well for himself, his good old cause. I haven't spoken to him in a while, actually. Need to go ahead and say hello. Okay. Go ahead and put this down here so we can light another part of the street. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh dear. Okay, turn off the lighting engine. Turn off the lighting engine. Lagged a bit there. You see how suddenly the lag goes away when you turn off the lighting engine? Because working out shadows is actually very difficult for games. Very difficult for games. That's why there's often a mode to turn off shadows in certain cases. Because it takes a lot of effort to go ahead and render shadows. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, because of the kind of structure with the play park there and stuff, what I might do, I might go ahead and add 3 lights here. So what's that one illuminating? What's it illuminating? That's just about reaching, isn't it? If we can go ahead and move it a bit to the side. Just like that. Just so we can get a little bit more of the play park. It doesn't matter that it's not directly in line. It really doesn't matter. Because most of the light sources in Fallout you see don't even have lights attached to them. You know, as in 3D models of lamps. They just have a light floating infinity, you know? What else is there? Lone Ranger says, you are stronger than the pain in your past. How motivational. How motivational right there. Go ahead and put that on a t-shirt. Okay. Theo Van Derzen says, hey Render, this is very cringy, but hammer time. Hammer time? Boom, boom, boom. Wow, 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 I can touch this. Music gets me so hard. It makes me say, oh my lord, thank you for blessing me with a mind to write and 2 type beat. There you go. I know, I can do rap. I can do rap. Fun fact, people. I know all the lyrics to Baby Got Back. Don't ask me how I know that. I just do. Okay. But no, I'm not going to be singing Baby Got Back on stream. Will Coop says, Render, what are the earphones you're using right now? Or do you have a headset or something? These are just kind of generic Samsung ones. You know, just kind of very generic. I don't know why I'm holding it up, but you can't read Samsung. Very generic Samsung earbuds that you get with phones and tablets and stuff. I don't have a headset. I've told myself at some point I should probably just invest in some really good headphones. get myself like some really nice Sennheisers that are like £150 or something. But I like listening to or watching YouTube and stuff in bed with like one earbud in with my head on the pillow. So I don't know if I would really fully utilize some really good headphones except when I'm on my computer. Maybe at some point I'll do it anyway. But as of right now, in terms of saving for stuff, we need to save for a new graphics card. That's what we need to do. We need to get ready for the future and stuff like that. You look at games like Metro, the new one that's coming out. What's it called? Metro Exodus. It would be really great if we could get a new graphics card before that comes out. You know, that would be absolutely awesome. Because I'm really looking forward to that game. I love the Metro series. Second one, I didn't like it as much as the first, but it was still very, very good. It improved on many areas, especially with the controls. But the third one's graphics are pretty insane, and it would be nice to go ahead and get myself like a 1070 Ti, or maybe just a 1080, you know? 1080 Ti I think is, I don't really think that's very good value for money. It's obviously much more powerful, but it's like double the price. I honestly don't think that's good value for money. But something like a 1070 Ti, you can actually go ahead and put an overclock on that and make it pretty much exactly the same as a 1080. So that would be a cheaper way to go ahead and do it. There we go, and do this. You see, another reason why I love doing these streams as well is that I don't think a lot of people realize how long some builds take. You know, you look at like total conversions of like the games and stuff. You look at things like the Fallout Miami mod that's coming out and stuff. The amount of time it takes to build some of those locations and stuff like that. I hope that these streams actually kind of let people know just how long these huge projects that people love to download and support take. I'm not saying that they don't appreciate it, but just kind of shows, you know, puts in perspective how much effort these guys put into it. Alright, so that's that there. That being said though, I do think everybody who makes big mods should stream them. Everyone who makes big mods should stream them. Not only will it teach people how to make their own mods and get more people interested in it and stuff like that, but it also will show people just how much effort you put into your creation, you know? Because there is something, here's a great example, it's very much like the Nintendo Labo. Half of the fun is in the creation of it, you know? Not just the end result. Here's what it is. That Nintendo Labo is very weird, isn't it? Very bizarre idea. I don't think it's been as successful as Nintendo wanted it to be. Apparently they've only sold like 30% of their estimates. But that's still a lot of cardboard. I doubt their cost was very much. Most of their cost was probably spent on shipping and advertising. Oh, and the actual design, of course. The design probably took a long time. Did you hear about the Nintendo Labo when they were first working on it? They were first working on the concept of it, and the janitor nearly threw it away in the boardroom when they were going to demonstrate it for the first time. God, could you imagine that? Could you imagine that? You know, turning up to the boardroom with like the president of the Nintendo Corporation saying, "Where's the product?" It's like, I don't know. It's been thrown away by the janitor because it was cardboard. Funny stuff. Okay. Does anyone here have it, actually? Has anyone here tried the Nintendo Labo? I'm curious, I'm curious. It's probably great for kids. But it's quite expensive for what it is. But hey, you know, it is what it is. You know, there are many gimmicky things. Like if you remember things like the iToy and stuff like that for the PlayStation 2 and things, a lot of these kind of gimmicky things are quite expensive. And you might not actually play with them for very long. But hey, it's what it is. Alright, so what are the people saying there? What are the people saying? Go ahead and down this. Okay, so Tyler555 says, Final Render, what was your first video? The first video on the channel was actually a Counter-Strike video. It was a Counter-Strike weapon guide video in which I did a kind of guide on the AK-47 in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. And that was a cool little series. I didn't carry it on because Fallout caught on. You know, I uploaded like 1 or 2 Fallout videos and then views and stuff went through the roof because Fallout was very popular at the time. Because that's the thing with my channel, people. I don't think people remember, but most of my subs came from like within the same like 3-month period. I don't think people realise that. We've only gained like 1,000 subs since the start of the year. But there was like a 2-month period in the first year when we gained like 25,000, maybe 30,000 in 2 or 3 months. So that was at the height of Fallout, basically. And it's also why I play so many games on the channel. You know, some people say, you know, Render, if you just stuck to Fallout rather than taking like a 10-month break, you'd probably have much more subs. You're probably right. But I can't do that, you know, I can't do that. I need variety with the games I play and the content I make, you know. Some people are really good and very disciplined in the sense that they can just do one game for years and years, and then that's great. I can't do that myself, no, I need variety. I understand that a lot of you guys do appreciate that, though. What else is there? People saying in the chat. Okay, so... End of says Skyrim versus Fallout 4. Who wins? Ooh, it's kind of hard to say or whatever. I think Skyrim is the better game, but the actual world, I think Fallout is much better. You know, I love the world of Fallout because I much prefer sci-fi to fantasy. But I think the actual quests and stuff was more fun in Skyrim. But at the same time, you know, I do much prefer shooters and I do much prefer sci-fi over Skyrim. So whilst I think Skyrim is a better game, I prefer Fallout. Does that make sense? I prefer Fallout personally. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. Heck, I've bought Fallout 4 3 times, so that says something. I only bought Skyrim once. And they gave me a second copy, you know, with the special edition, which was cool. I didn't even do all the DLC for Skyrim. What was it? The Dragonborn DLC. Didn't even do that one. And we don't have all the objects we need. We don't have all the objects we need. I need to go ahead and grab the rest of the objects here. I didn't grab the little stands these things are on. They're attached to the poles. Turn off the lighting engine right there. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I need to make sure I grab those poles as well. Otherwise, they won't anchor to the thing properly. There we go. Got that right there. Let's go ahead and copy and paste it. I didn't grab all the lights, did I? Go ahead and grab all the lights. I only grabbed 2 of them. Grab all those. Let's move over here to this little lamp right here. So yeah, this thing right here, you can actually see it around the stadium. I think it's like where the umpires would originally sit. You know, the guys who judge the score in the baseball game. There obviously wouldn't be this many normally. Okay, what's happened here? What's happened here? Why is it pasted over? I don't know. I get confused with the copy and paste of this sometimes. I really do. Go ahead and just drag it back manually then. We'll do it live. Do it live. Bring it up over here. What are the people saying in the chat then? What are the people saying? Let's go ahead and see what is up. Fair Van Durzen says God of War or Assassin's Creed Origins. Well, I've never really played the Assassin's Creed, so I'm going to say God of War because I've played all the God of War games except the latest one. Assassin's Creed, I never really got into it. I played the first one. You know, the very first one. I thought, yeah, it's pretty good. But couldn't get into the second one. I didn't like the character. I heard he gets better. You know, the whole idea is that he starts off really annoying and snobby. But then by the end of the game, he's a complete badass and everyone loves him because he's so hardcore and he's matured. But I didn't stick with it for that long. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is. It's what it is. Okay. Any other people talking about things in the chat? Okay, Tyler505 says, Render, where you're from, what shows are popular? I like MacGyver. Where I'm from, what shows are popular? I don't know. Tell me, do you ever really watch TV? I suppose most people probably just watch things like, probably just watch like Britain's Got Talent and stuff, really. Faye Van Durden says, Black Flag was just a boat. I've heard Black Flag was the best Assassin's Creed game. I've heard that was the best one. Will Coop says, well, I must go right now. I will see you guys another time. Keep up the amazing work, Mr. Render. Will do. Everyone say goodbye to Will Coops, everyone. Everyone say goodbye to Will Coops. Thanks very much for tuning in, buddy. Awesome to know that you had some fun here. Hopefully you come back and have some more fun at a later date. Right. So that's another part of the streak done. That's another part of the streak done. Let's see if we can do a little bit more before we jump in game. We normally jump in game to take a look at what we've done so far every hour. We've got 10 minutes left. So we should hopefully be able to add some lights to at least this first level. Because obviously there's 3 stages to this build. There's this level, that level, and then that back level. So let's go ahead and at least add all the lights and stuff to this level. Go ahead and bring it back here to this section here. And obviously these masts don't just act as security posts. They also have the actual structural integrity money penny to go ahead and support the suspension cable system for this city. Because it's not just these metal beams supporting it, it's also got this very complex suspension bridge kind of like system to help distribute the weight of the entire build across the entire city. You know, saves weight, saves performance of the, well, not performance. It keeps the lifetime of these pylons going. You know, stops the place falling down. What else can I say? You know, you don't want it to fall down. Go ahead and use this suspension bridge system. This one, probably the best one for this one is to rotate it around like that. That's probably the best way to do it. And yeah, it's going to play hardball, this one, isn't it? Okay, here's what it is. Alright, go ahead and drag that down there. A little bit lower. Got that there. Raise it up a bit. And bring it this way. How's that looking? I imagine there'll be a time just before this goes live when we just do nothing but just tweak little adjustments and just fix little things. That's gonna suck. I'm not looking forward to that one. Okay, that's good. Yep, that's good. Okay. Because I remember when we were initially building the streets, we actually covered this in like vertical street lamps just to see what it would look like. It didn't look very good. But actually having lights up here, I quite like actually, because it keeps the walkways clear. You know what I mean? Gives you more space to walk. Alright. Take another drink here. As I said, you know, feeling very bad. The coffee mug says, after this stream, I'm going to watch the Pridwin building videos. Oh, that's cool, buddy. There was 3 of them, weren't there? There was 3 of them. That was a big build as well. Very big build. And that definitely would have been a streaming one if I was able to stream at the time, which I wasn't. Okay. I'm only able to stream because of the Patreon guys who are going ahead and supporting the fantastic content right here. They basically pay for the internet, which we stream on right now. Go in and get their names scrolling across, like Kagus, Carrot, Pickmen, Milena, Mandarin America. What else have we got? We've got Ryan right there. Ryan is actually, of course, Skygon on my Discord, which you can go ahead and join. A moderator on the Discord. Typical Courier, Pascal Zalk right there. We have also got Immortal Absol right there. We've got Lord Bath, Takamei, Rakoon Shampoo, which is also a fantastic name, by the way. We've got Into the Void, Sigursteinn Örn Jónsson. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Otto Ottoman58, I believe Otto is actually in the chat right here. Marceline Fangmeyer, and the 4th Pixel, who we just went ahead and got some fantastic kills with in the fantastic Fortnite right there. IamFallout is right there. RageYT, Jacob Goron, and I hope I read everyone's names right there. If you want to go ahead and support the Patreon, you can find the link in the description, and we can go ahead and get some fantastic videos made with your support. We only ask for $1 a month, and you can go ahead and get your names in the descriptions and stuff like that. But I know I say this every stream, but I need to think of some more rewards. Some more upper tiers, so to speak. Just to kind of reward people who want to give more. Because most people only give $1 because that's all I ask for. But if I actually gave well, not a prize, but something for them to almost buy, then, you know, they'd probably be happy to donate more. But what's the point if I only ask for $1? You know what I'm saying? Which I think is fine. Alright, so we got that there. But this isn't quite lining up. Why isn't this one lining up? Oh, 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 oh. Stream. Who saw the Red Dead 2 trailer today? Oh man, that looks good, doesn't it? It looks really pretty. Really pretty. Very pretty indeed. Still no word on a PC release for Red Dead 2. They've got no excuse to not release it on PC straight away. Because with GTA 5, Rockstar kind of had an excuse to not release it straight away. Because they had to make a better graphics version for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One versions. Anyway, remember that game came out on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, GTA 5. But obviously now it's midway through the generation. They've got no excuse to not upload it on PC straight away. So they better upload it on PC straight away. Because yeah, I've got the PlayStation 4, but I want to play on PC because my PC is more powerful than my PlayStation 4. I've got a lot of good stuff in my PC, you know what I mean? And it's easier to stream. Okay. Line this one up right here. Hopefully we can go ahead and get this one snapping up properly. I think I need to rotate this one a little bit. I think that's why it's not going ahead and lining up quite right. Do I really want to mess with the rotation? No, it should be fine. Oh! Oh my golly gosh, I need to turn off the sound right there. Kimberly A donated $20 to Super Chat, who says, play Prey. I love that game. Kimberly! 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 Everyone go ahead and chant Kimberly A in the chat for going ahead and donating $20 via the Super Chat. Kimberly, you are so kind. Thank you very much for that, Kimberly A. You're really, really nice. Prey. I do need to play Prey. As I said, I played the demo on the PlayStation when the demo first came out, and I wasn't the biggest fan of it. But then I saw Markiplier's Let's Play, and it was very different to the demo. They added much, much more. Or really, I should say it was a bad demo. It wasn't that the game was bad, it was that the demo was bad. I feel as if it skipped out on a lot of the really cool stuff. So, I'm definitely up for playing Prey. But you know what? I'm thinking they might actually have some new DLC or something coming E3. I think that would make sense, wouldn't it? They'll probably have an expansion pack for that coming out, won't they? Okay, so yeah, I'll definitely give it a go. I'll see how much Prey is. It does go on offer quite a lot, doesn't it? Because I do want to play it. I just haven't, you know? I just haven't played it yet. Yeah, I'll see how much it costs, Kimberly. I'll see how much it costs. And then if it's a good price, then I'll go ahead and do it. Maybe we'll make a stream of it. I don't know. And or I could do a video series. I don't know. I'll see what's up. Okay, so that's all the lighting done on the lower stands. I got 5 more minutes. I could probably go ahead and add 2 more. Oh my golly gosh. More donations coming in. Jackson Fridge has donated $1 through Super Chat and doesn't give a message. Jackson! Everyone go ahead and chant Jackson Fridge in the chat for donating $1 through the Super Chat. Thank you very much, buddy. That is superb. Alright, so we've got 4 names on the board right there. 4 new names on the board. That is fantastic, guys. Thanks so much for that, guys. That's very, very kind of you. It's the start of the month, and obviously donations were slowing down towards the end of the month because obviously it was the end of the month, so people were running out of money. But now it's the start of the month. I'm glad you guys are able to go ahead and get some donations in. Thank you very much for that, guys, because I really do appreciate it. Because obviously, as I say, these streams, no ads, so if people don't donate, then it's problematic for me. But since you guys are very kind, hey, that could be Prey money. That could be Prey money or graphics card money. One of the two. You know what I'm saying? Because really, the only thing I need to upgrade in my computer is my graphics card. Everything else is pretty darn good. You know, I've got, I wouldn't say it's top of the line processor, but it's still, what, at least 2 years in date. It's probably came out 2 years ago, my processor, the Ryzen 7. No regrets about buying that CPU whatsoever. I was a bit skeptical at first because I'd never had an AMD processor before. No regrets at all. And even the Ryzen 2 set is out now, isn't it? The second generation of Ryzen 7 CPUs is out. No regrets about that. The RAM is good. I've only got 16 gig of it, but I've got really good, fast Corsair Dominator Platinum RAM. So the only thing I really need is a new graphics card. And then I'm pretty set for at least the next 5 years, computer tech-wise. Okay. This is the last one now. I don't have any of these mass things on the back section. So this is the last one. Go ahead and do this. Oh, darn it. I completely forgot. I was going to download a load of the Fallout 4 soundtrack songs to play in these streams. I forgot to do that. I'll write it down on my little notepad here. Go ahead and move that Vive controller right there. Oh, whatever. Move that one as well. These Vive controllers are really big and they get in the way. You know, that's... See if I can put it in perspective for you. Here we go. Now this is the Vive controller, and this is the PlayStation 4 controller. So yeah, these controllers are actually pretty big, and they tend to get in the way. So yeah, download Fallout 4 music. Write this down so I don't forget tomorrow. Download F4. Download F4 music. There we go. Download F4 music right there. Okie dokie. Let's line up these fantastic lights right here. And this is the last set. Last set we need. Going to put that right there. How's that looking? I need to go ahead and move this one. I think why some of them aren't quite lining up is because sometimes I'm putting lights like this, you know, so they're kind of in that little recess of the I-beam, and some of them are not. So that would explain why they're not all exactly in the same spot. But that should be all the lights now. So yeah, this should do a good job of lighting up most of the street walkways. Let's go ahead and take a look in-game. Let's go and take a look in-game now. We normally do that when we hit our first hour. So let's go. What else is there? The Coffee Mug says, are you going in-game? Oh, yeah, I just said that. So obviously there's a delay. Faye Van Derzen says, if someone gave you money for a certain game, will you buy it and play it? Within reason. You know, if I want to play the game, I will. Don't just give me money and say, play this game. I've paid for it. You know, because if it's bad for the channel, then I won't. Obviously, say what you want me to see, and then go for it, you know? Because as I said, Prey, I would like to play. I would like to play Prey. Play Prey. Play. But Prey was an interesting one, actually. As I said, I've watched a Let's Play of it. I watched Markiplier's Let's Play. Very good Let's Play. And I was amazed at how open-worldy it was. Despite having quite a small amount of locations, it was very open-world. You know, in that sense. Lots and lots of side quests and stuff. I was very impressed. Okay. I do need to go in and grab a drink, though. Give me a second. And I drink a lilt right here. Here we go. Alright, I love that thumbnail, by the way. The Fortnite thumbnail I used earlier. I love making the Fortnite thumbnails. I don't know why. There's something about making the thumbnails on Fortnite, which I absolutely love. Just opening up Nexus Mod Manager now so we can go take a look in game. Alrighty. But yeah, look at that damn thumbnail. I made every part of that thumbnail, you know. The only thing that I took was for logos and the heroes. Everything else I made by hand, including like the little backgrounds and stuff and the grid pattern. I love making the Fortnite thumbnails. I think it's because I just love the cartoony look of it. So it's very easy to make nice looking thumbnails for it. I don't know. Okay. Launch Fallout 4. Okay. The coffee mug says, I have posted Fallout art on Render's Discord. Oh, cool. Everyone go ahead and join the Discord so you can go ahead and see the coffee mug's art. I'm curious about this, actually. I typically don't have the Discord open during stream because it can slow down the internet and stuff like that, or occasionally go ping when I'm trying to stream, you know? So I typically don't have it on at the same time, but I do have the Twitter open. Let's go ahead and see, are there any new Twitter messages open? Remember, you can go and send in your selfies and your messages that you guys joined the live stream to final_render. That is final_render. You can go to send in your messages to the Twitter. Oh, one thing I do have to do, actually. Something I do have to do. I do need to make sure I pause. No, I want the script extender. I want to pause any downloads on Steam, because if I remember correctly, I was trying to download Hitman Absolution. I don't want to use my 4G internet to download anything that big, because there's a limit on it. Yeah, downloading Hitman Absolution again. Oh, yep, there we go. It's downloading it right now. Pause that. Because obviously, that's 13 gigabytes we would lose. That's streaming data. That's streaming data. Yeah, I want to give Hitman Absolution a go again. Because, you know, it's like, I didn't really give it much of a chance. It's not a very good Hitman game, but it is a very good stealth game, apparently. So I will give it a go. And Ryan Morton says, Render, it's share spike time. Oh, dude, you're goddamn right it's share spike time. How about that? Let's go ahead and get the share spike. Let's get the share spike going, seeing as we are done with the first hour of the stream. Let's get as many people sharing the stream as possible. I'm going to do the same myself. Let's go ahead. Pause the music there. Let's go ahead and share the stream. Okay. What I will do quickly, though, I will go ahead and start loading the save file, because it can take a while to load sometimes. There we go. Okay, so where is it? There we go. Okay, so. Where's my mouse? There we go. We are adding the lighting to our dystopian Diamond City mod. Come check it. Oh, there we go. We are adding the lighting to our dystopian Diamond City in the mod. You don't wanna be in the dark on this stream. There we go. Tweet. Cringe alarm right there for the terrible being in the dark because we're lighting the stream. Herp, derp, derp. Pun right there. That's my part of the share spike done. You guys have got to go ahead and do the same. You've got to go ahead and share the stream on your favorite social media of your choice. I use Twitter myself. You guys can go ahead and use Twitter yourself if you want to. Or you can go ahead and use Facebook, MySpace, Instagram, Pinterest, whatever it is you want to use. Go ahead and go for it. So we can get as many people watching the live stream as possible. Okie dokie. Okay, scroll up so I can see the chat now as well. Ryan Morton says, can you stream some Hitman? I don't really know because can I stream some Hitman Absolution? I don't know. The game didn't really do very well, did it? Well, I mean, a lot of people bought it, but not many people liked it. I still need to play the new one. I played the demo of the new one. You know, the one which was episodic. Because that looks really good. Really good, in fact. It's probably on par with Blood Money. I swear, a few years ago, I probably could have did speed runs on Hitman Blood Money. I knew every part of that game like the back of my hand. I knew every part of it. Later the Fallout says, I'm still here, but lurking. Oh, that's okay, Later the Fallout, that's okay. And, oh, by the way, Later the Fallout, do you like your little new emblem next to your name? You've got the 1 month emblem because you've been a sponsor for 1 month. And when you've been a sponsor for 2 months, you will get a little number 2 next to your name as well. And the same goes for any new sponsors. If you guys go ahead and sponsor, in a month's time you will have the 1 month and then the 2 month, and then I think it goes straight to the 6 months, which is annoying. I'd rather it said every single month, but it is what it is, just so everyone knows. And Feo Van Derzen says, hey Render, have to leave early today. Goodbye everyone. Goodbye Feo. Hope to see you again in the next stream in probably 2 days or so. Thank you very much for joining in and hope to see you again soon. Oh, it's taking a long time to load, this is, yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Perfect timing right there. Perfect timing right there. Okay. So here we go. Here we go with the mod. Alright, so we're in game now. And it'll probably take some time to kick in because I am streaming. Oh yeah, important thing to note, you guys, it will look... It is fairly laggy. It's probably about 45 frames a second. But for you guys, it will look even worse because we're currently streaming the stream at 30 frames a second. But the game is obviously higher than that. So it might look even laggier to you. How did Piper get up here? This place isn't nav meshed yet. How did Piper get up? This place isn't nav... I don't know. I don't know. See, the cat's there because that cat is standing in the only spot that's nav meshed right now. It's the only place right there. Okie dokie. So really, let's go to see the lights. Where actually are some of the lights? Oh yeah, there we go. There's some right there. Yeah, they look pretty good. They look pretty conspicuous, don't they? They're not obtrusive in any way. They look quite natural there. And same for over there. Okay, let's go ahead and make it nighttime then. Go ahead and make it nighttime. So, the command for this is set game hour. Game hour is one word. Not game hour. Set game hour 2, and then the time you want. But it's in a 24-hour clock. So I'm going to do 23:11 p.m. Here we go. And how do the streets look? Okay, yeah, they are lit up. We do need more lights, but it looks good. It looks good. There's nice colouring on the streets. You know, I like the tone of the lights themselves. You know, it's kind of a yellowy tungsten look. But yeah, we do need more. Even if we have fake lights, we do need more lights. Oh, but then again, maybe when we actually start to light actual city blocks, that will fix it. Oh, but there are spots like this where you just really can't see anything for quite some distance until you get to the next one. But I do like the fact we've got pools of light. Okay, I do like the pools of light. Okay, Green Gauntlet says, Final, you like your new face on Twitter? New face on Twitter. Oh no, you haven't sent me a cringy picture of my face on Twitter, have you? Oh no. Oh no. Okay. But yeah, I like the design. I like the design of the lights. Obviously, we do need more light, but I think it's a cool idea. What happens, I wonder, if we... Actually, no, I was going to say what happens if we turn it foggy. Let's go ahead and take a look at what it looks like from down on the lower city. You know, can we actually see what it looks like from the lower city? That would be quite cool. Oh yeah, and as I said, if you missed last stream, the elevator does indeed work now. So the elevator does come up. But I'm just going to jump down because I'm a boss. Jump off the elevator. There we go. So the elevator works now. And yeah, you can see a little more light on the streets, can't you? Not too much, obviously, because it's light in the top part. But yeah, you can see a little bit of light. As if I go back to the very entrance of the city. Very entrance of the city. Yeah, again, you can't really see too much of the streets from down here, but that's to be expected. When we actually add some lights to the actual, you know, to the actual, what's the word? Blocks, though, we should see some of the building detail and stuff like that. Okay, but yeah, one thing I really want to know is what does it look like in the fog? Does it look any different in the fog? It's going to kill the frame rate again, but I really want to know. I really want to know. Strawberry Lemonade says, I haven't been on this channel in a while. I come back to see this beauty. Thanks to see you again. Thanks to see you. Nice to see you again, Strawberry Lemonade. I'm glad you're back. Yeah, we've been doing some really big projects recently. I've kind of been diverting my attention to giant projects rather than lots of little ones. Alright, so it's foggy now. The fog will take a couple seconds to roll in. Okay, and Strawberry Lemonade says, how is your computer still alive? It is struggling, I'm not going to lie. Because obviously not only are we streaming this, but obviously we are in Diamond City with this huge mod. But yeah, that looks kind of cool in the fog, doesn't it? Let's take a look what it looks like up there. But obviously I put a lot of the donation money from these streams into the PC. Basically, that's how we can do these big projects, you know. Because I take a lot of the donation money and put it directly into the PC. Okay, the last big thing we got was obviously the HTC Vive, which we'll probably do some more of. I've got a new HTC Vive video edited. I'll probably load that tomorrow. You can't actually see any beams of light and stuff, but it looks very ominous in the fog. Okay, let's get out of here then. Let's get out of here, see if we can add some more light in. And then we can go ahead and see what it looks like again in an hour's time. Maybe sooner, I don't really know. Even if we had like fake lights, it's okay. There we go, there we go. I'm gonna hit yes sir, what else is there? Jackson Fridges, I'm surprised I'm still watching. I don't usually teach stream all the way through. I don't really watch the stream all the way through. Well, I'm glad you're still here, buddy. I'm glad you're still here. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And Green Gauntlet is off now. Thanks very much for tuning in, Green Gauntlet. I'm gonna go ahead and check the Twitter out now because I'm sure. Oh yeah, I see. Oh no, Green Gauntlet, what have you done? Let's go ahead and check the Twitter. Oh, Green Gauntlet, my man. That's something special. He's even added little braces to my teeth and stuff. Thanks very much for the photo, Green Gauntlet. That's shocking. What else is there? Laura Elshred, it says, retweet him because no time for my own to share. Gotta get the kiddo from school quickly. Okay, thanks very much for going ahead and retweeting, Laura. Hopefully you're going to get the kiddo pretty quickly and come back pretty quickly. And I believe you said the school's actually not too far from where you are, so hopefully you can go ahead and get back pretty soon. Oh, Green Gauntlet, man, Green Gauntlet. That's like so hot. Otto Ottoman58 says, that's just too hot, man. I know. Very pretty. Yes. Okay, so where is the Diamond City mod? Where is it? It's not actually alphabetical, which is a shame. It's done by your load order. I should really just put it to the bottom of the load order, just so it's easy for me to find. I'm curious, actually. I'm just going to check something here. How much is Prey on Steam? I'm going to check. It's probably... I'm going to guess it's probably like 20 quid. Game like Prey, it's been out for, what, a year? Maybe a bit longer? Okay, Prey. I'm curious. It's £30 on Steam. £30 on Steam. Wow, that hasn't come down in price. Oh yeah, by the way, did you guys hear? The Forest is actually out of early access now. Do you remember I used to play The Forest quite a lot on the channel, but I stopped because... There's two reasons I stopped. One, because it almost didn't really have an ending. And also, I kind of realised the building didn't actually make a difference. You know, there was no reason to build a base. I would spend ages building a base. And it took a very long time to get the resources to build a cool base. Or an effective base, I should say. There's no reason for it, though. There's no reason for it. It doesn't help you in any way. The only thing that could help you is maybe the animal traps. But again, you can just make a tiny little tent and have animal traps on the outside. There's literally no reason to make a big base. So I stopped playing it. But the game is out of early access now, so maybe I'll give it a go again. I don't know if I'll just start making videos on it again. I'll probably play it a bit myself, just to see, is the game actually a bit better now? Or does it still hit a certain point when you just kind of go, I don't know what to do now, you know? I'll see. Because it's a very cool game. It's kind of a very interesting blend of open world crafting and survival horror. Very cool game. Very nasty game. Lots of gore and violence and stuff. It's very much like, if any of you guys saw the movie The Descent. You know, very scary film, The Descent. Very good film, though. And Strawberry Lemonade said the forest starts out spooky. It starts off very spooky. Yeah, very spooky. But I said the biggest problem was the moment I realised the base building doesn't actually matter. That's the moment my immersion was just immediately broken. I'm like, well, what the hell was I doing all this time then? You know, I realised it made no difference. And it's got such a cool crafting system, but just none of it matters. So it's like, why bother then? You know, why bother? Okay. The weapons and stuff you can make, that matters. And the armour you can make, that matters. But the actual buildings, doesn't make a difference. But the new version, the one that's obviously now out of early access, maybe it now does make a difference. So, let's see. Okay. Loading up the mod now, loading up the mod. Okay, just going and checking something quickly off of screen. Going and checking some of the numbers here. I want to check I want to check the prices of like a physical copy of Prey. Okay, it is possible to get Prey for like a tenner. Alright, that's not too bad then. Yeah, 30 quid on Steam, but it is possible to get it for a tenner. Yeah, I'd probably get it for a tenner. RogueAgent98 says, what is The Descent about? The Descent is about a group of women who go deep cave diving. If any of you know what deep cave diving is, you know, it's when you go into caves that are really deep underground and you're crawling through like tunnels that are like literally only just big enough for people to crawl through. And it's pitch darkness and they basically get trapped in this cave and they can't get out in the pitch darkness, and it's a really scary movie. But, you know, there's a couple twists and turns and stuff like that, and it turns out to be one of the scariest movies. Or, well, scariest? It starts off very scary. Anyways. But it's a very good movie. I very highly recommend you watch it. If any of you are curious, I believe it's made by the same people who made a film called Dog Soldiers. If any of you saw that, that was kind of a cool little fun horror film about werewolves. Kind of modern day werewolves. Very fun film, actually. Kind of funny. Alright, just turning off one of the other layers there. There we go. Turn off the old markers. Alright, so. We illuminated a lot of our city. That's great. But there was no lights coming on these sections here. So we'll probably add some of the same lights to these sections. I think that'll be a good idea. And we'll also be able to go ahead and maybe just add some fake little spotlights every now and then. I'll probably work out a lighting plan for the actual city blocks. We'll probably put lights like on the top of the buildings. That's probably the best way to do it. Yeah, I like doing it that way. We'll do it that way. We'll add things to the actual roofs. Because again, I don't want to have the street lights. We tried the street lights and it looked too busy, you know? It looked really messy. But if we can just have like these kind of spotlights lighting everything up by attaching them to the walls and stuff, it helps keep the place look clean and tidy. So I really like it. Really like the idea. We don't even need a light there, technically, do we? Alright, let's go ahead and rotate this one around. Because there's literally no reason for a light to be looking here. It's not even pointing at a street. Rotate this one around. And then bring it across. Bring it across just like that. Sweet. There we go. There we go. So that's now that little part lit up, hopefully. Let's go ahead and check it out. Maybe we can go ahead and lower the actual light itself a bit. Play with the actual light a bit. Just like that. But again, that's a little too close, as you can see, so it looks very bright. Go ahead and angle it up a bit. Just like that. So it's not too bright. If it's too bright, it stands out. It stands out then. And light and engine off. Also, remember to record. Remember to record these. The only reason I actually made the last video when I did was because I was literally running out of memory because we'd done so many streams of this. Literally, I had about 48 hours worth of footage on my hard drives and I had to make space. So, you know, a lot of stuff recorded for this entire project so far. A lot of stuff recorded. But hey, here's what it is. Wouldn't have it any other way, would you? Don't want me settling for less. Grab that one there, grab that one there. That there, and make sure I grab the little masty thing along with its light source. Boom, there we go. What are people saying then? Strawberry Lemonade says the scariest movie is A Car's Life. A Car's Life? I don't think I know that one. You don't mean Disney's Cars, do you? I don't think that was a scary movie. Owen Wilson. Was it Owen Wilson? Oh, wow. Wow. Right, go ahead and add some lights to these as well. Yep, that kind of works. We raise it up a little bit, but bring this one in. Just this one light here. And attach this. Now, in theory, because these are pretty much in the exact same orientation, we can just go ahead and duplicate this and bring it across to the other one, which is just over there. Okay, up like that, down like that, and up like that, down like that. And the reason why it's not actually lining up on the correct axis every time is because since we've got a group of objects, all their center points are kind of off. Their center points aren't all in the correct spot. And this didn't even work. We only grabbed like a couple of the lights. We only grabbed 2 of the lights and none of their stands. Okay, so stand, light, stand, light, light. Oh, not that. Not that. Thank you. Light right there. Light right there. Stand right there. Light right there. Not that bit. Not that bit. Come on. That bit. That... Why you do this? Why you do this? Do you know the way? There we go. Excellent. Got that right there. Got that right there. But yeah, the video I'll probably upload tomorrow is actually a VR version. Is a VR version of Payday 2. That actually had a VR version released. So that's the video I should be uploading tomorrow. Never really been a big fan of Payday, but it was cool to play it in the VR. You know, I had fun with it. And some rather funny VR moments in there, but for the most part, the game is pretty much the same. It's just in VR. So I'll probably be uploading that tomorrow. I don't really know if you guys like Payday. I wasn't, as I said, I wasn't really the biggest fan of it, but it was alright. It's just, it was a bit too easy. You know, it was a bit too easy. And I know you can put it onto a harder difficulty and stuff, but then you get toxic players. It's a very toxic community. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. Every time I have played it, I have run into toxic people. So it made me not want to play it. Which is why we try to keep the chat and stuff here very friendly. Because I personally myself have been in the situation where I wanted to get into a community like the Payday 2 community, for example, and not bothered because people were nasty, you know? So I'm like, yeah, forget it. And I don't want that happening to my videos, you know what I mean? Very good, very good, very good. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what is up. The coffee mug says, here, stop playing it now. Stop playing it now. What have I stopped playing? What have I stopped playing? Okay, my brother's maybe put over 1,000 hours into Gary's mod. Oh, wow. That's a lot. Yeah, I don't think I know what you mean in terms of I've stopped playing it anymore. You're talking about Fortnite? We were playing that earlier. Strawberry Lemonade says the definition of toxic community is Overwatch and Fortnite. You see, I've never found any toxicity in Fortnite. I've always quite enjoyed playing Fortnite. You know, because since the rounds are so short, if there is someone toxic, you really don't see them for very long. And also, something about Overwatch where even if someone's really toxic and nasty in Overwatch, I'll get annoyed, but then Diva will say something cute and I'll be like, I'm having fun after all, you know? I can brush it off easily in Overwatch. I need to play some more Overwatch. I updated it yesterday. I haven't played it in a long time. It was a 14 gigabyte update. So obviously I haven't played it in a long time. I need to go back to playing some of that. Because I do love Overwatch. Just haven't played it in a while. You know, it's what it is. You know, it's one of those games where I'll play it a lot. And then I won't play it for ages. And then I'll play it a lot. And then I won't play it for ages. Kind of like Elite Dangerous. I'm not playing that right now. But not too long ago, I was having loads and loads of fun. Okay, okay. Let's see if we can attach some lights to this building here. I don't really want to add it to the poles because it'd be kind of a difficult thing to attach a light to since it's circular, you know? And it's also got all the vines and stuff on it. Let's go ahead and see if we can attach it probably to this roofing section here where there's a little flat bit. Bring it like that and up like that. There we go. Okay, and also we can probably go ahead and rotate the lamp a bit as well. Rotate the little lamp a little bit. Not that way. Just like that. And also rotate the spotlight a bit. Just like that. So what does that look like then with the lighting engine? Oh yeah, that looks cool. That looks cool. Yeah, you can see it's actually illuminating that bit quite nicely. We will move it a bit to the side. Move it a bit to the side just so we can get a little bit more light here. See, right now we're just playing with light here, you know. I don't want to have no shadows, but I want to have some. But not too many shadows. I don't want it to be dark. I want this place to look quite nice. I want the lower city to be dark because it's got this huge city on the top. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be so dark in the lower city you would not want to live there. Okay, so for this one, probably just go ahead and attach it here, you know? Attach it right there. There we go. So now that should, in theory, light up this part. Let's see. Yep, that's good. That lights up that little back alley quite nicely. Go ahead and bring it across. Just like that. Alright, there we go. Oh man, I'm glad this lighting works. I'm glad this lighting works. I was scratching my head about it all day thinking, what would I actually go ahead and do to light this place without it being obtrusive? But putting things on the walls works really well. Okay, Dominic Walker says, hey, maybe one time you can do a Nuka World video and do a modded playthrough. The problem with modded playthroughs is that there's so many of them, and Fallout's a very long game. So, typically I just do little ones, but I don't think I've ever done any Nuka World footage, have I? Maybe I'll grind out the VR version and we can play a little bit of VR in Nuka World, because some people in the chat have been saying they really want to see me ride in the Nuka World rides in VR. Hopefully it lets you do that, but I haven't tried it yet. That'll be fun. That'll be vomit-inducing, I'm sure. Lady of the Fallen says, I've been watching some of the prop and gun from Call of Duty, and that looks fun, like hide and seek. Prop and gun? Not heard of that one. Is that a new game mode? Sounds kind of like prop hunts from Gmod. Strawberry Larry says, yeah, COD prop hunt looks. Oh, it is COD prop hunt. That sounds cool, actually. That sounds cool. I didn't play the latest Call of Duty, actually, the World War II one, or the one before that, for that matter. You know, but the World War II one, wouldn't mind playing it at some point. Maybe if it gets a bit cheaper. But to tell you the truth, it probably won't get cheaper for years. I mean, Modern Warfare 2 is still like 25 quid on Steam. It's not worth 25 quid. It's really, really not. You know, it's too old. It came out, what? 2009? I think 2009. And also there is a remaster of the campaign coming out, isn't there? A remaster of the campaign coming out with Black Ops 4, and no campaign for Black Ops 4. Is that right? Did I get that right? Is it that you can get Modern Warfare 2 remastered at the same time Black Ops 4 is out, but there's no Black Ops 4 campaign? It was only a matter of time, really, until Call of Duty stopped doing campaigns. Because, you know, the campaign was probably the most expensive thing for them to make. In terms of actually spending the time and the man hours to make a game, the campaign was probably the most expensive part. You know, it had all the expensive voice actors, it had all the scripting. Yes, there's a lot of scripted events in Call of Duty, but, you know, it still makes the game look cool. That takes time, you know? Yeah, that looks really nice, actually, that does. That little pathway right there. Cool, I like that. And we're going to probably just go ahead and duplicate the same things and flip them around. Put your hand down, flip it and reverse it. Okay, so that's the last of the lilt. And, yep, here we go. Guys. This stream you've seen me drinking milk. Not milk, you've seen me drinking lilt even. But what do we normally drink on this stream? Of course. Dr. Pepper is in the house. Oh, we love the Dr. Pepper. Rogue Agent 98 says, I thought The Exorcist was a great movie. It's old, but good. Exorcist is one of the greatest movies of all time. You know, no hands down. The age of a movie doesn't really make too much of a difference, in my honest opinion. Because movie technology, apart from, say, like special effects and stuff. Well, I shouldn't really say movie technology. What makes a good movie hasn't really changed too much, you know. How old is The Exorcist? Ooh, it was like 78, something like that, The Exorcist? No. Was it like 78, or was it even earlier than that? The Yoshi brother says, why not Pepsi? I do not have any Pepsi, but normally we drink Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is my favourite soft drink. Good old Dr. Pepper. But yeah, The Exorcist. I want to say 1978. I want to say 1978. No, me, it's probably much later than that. Let's go and see. The Exorcist. And there's loads of Exorcist movies. Loads of them. It came out in 1973. It came out, The Exorcist. Not 78. 73. Exorcist came out. Still stands up very well. There's only one or two special effects which are a bit laughable. But to tell you the truth, they're a little bit laughable at the time. I'm not going to lie. Or at least as far as I'm aware. You know, I wasn't around at the time. But yeah, some of the effects were laughable at the time anyway, so not too fussed about it looking a bit dated to some. Tell you the truth, if anything, it's got funnier. You know the line from Beetlejuice saying, I've seen Exorcist 788 times and every time I see it, it just gets funnier? Well, that's actually true. You know, it generally is true. There is a lot of very, okay, it's very black dark humour in The Exorcist, but there is a lot of funny stuff in there. You know, very, as I said, dark humour, but it's in there. It's in there. You might not see it the first time you watch it, but when you watch it like third or fourth time, it's like, that's pretty funny. You know, it's mostly funny for how extreme it is. You know, it's so extreme, it's hilarious. You know, it's almost like a Clockwork Orange in that sense. You know, Clockwork Orange does have a lot of very funny bits in it, but it's obviously such a serious film. The first time you watch it, you don't laugh at all. It's only on your, like, 4th or 5th viewing of Clockwork Orange you start to see some of the jokes and stuff like that. Stanley Kubrick did a lot of films like that, actually. Okay, Bobby Bear 007 Game says, I'm drinking Pepsi Max. Good choice, good choice. Good old Pepsi Max right there. Is that just regular Pepsi, just with less sugar? I think it is, isn't it? Pepsi Max. Well, you know, they can't call it Diet Pepsi because diet soda is for women. But call it Pepsi Max, Coke Zero. Make it sound manly, you know what I mean? You can't call it Diet Pepsi. Diet is something women do. You know what I mean? That's literally the only reason it's not just called Diet Pepsi. I guarantee it. It's exactly the same stuff. I betcha. It's just a marketing thing so men don't feel uncomfortable drinking it. There we go. It's kind of like the Lynx Bullet is a very good example. The Lynx Bullet, you know, the tiny little deodorant spray. It's basically a little bottle of perfume you keep in your bag, isn't it? But they call it the Bullet. So men are okay with carrying it around. But it's the same idea. It's like, oh, I need to give myself a little spray, you know? That's what it is. I love marketers. They're fantastic. Okay, so we lit that up now. What does this look like? That's lighting up quite a bit of the park and the street. Cool. I can work with that. I can work with that indeed. We could probably have like one light right there in the middle of that thing right there. And that should also light up the, I need to say picnic stands, but they're just little tables, aren't they? Little tables to go ahead and chill out on. Let's go ahead and rotate this around. Just like that. Throw your hand down, flip it and reverse it. Let's have it a little bit higher than the flag, because obviously don't want to go ahead and build or drill a light into the flag. That would be a bit weird. Have it a little bit higher so it's right on the corner. Around the top even. Now I remember when we were placing some of the flags down on this section, I actually specifically asked, would Americans do this? You know, because I didn't know. You know, I had some flags and they were kind of touching the floor a little bit. And I remember asking, like, Americans, would you do this? And they all said, no, you wouldn't do that. You know, you wouldn't do that. You know, it would kind of raise an eyebrow. I was like, okay, cool. Alright, so that's that. Let's angle the light down a little bit. It's kind of annoying that the light is in 3 places. But it is very helpful that I can actually go ahead and rotate the light source like this. You know, like an actual lamp. You know, so it's kind of annoying in one sense, but it's also a blessing in the other, you know. You can tell that this game, or this kind of, all the models and stuff were designed by people who have an experience with level design. You know, all the models are made so a designer can quickly and easily do whatever they want. You know, they planned ahead with it. Okie dokie, okie dokie. So what else is there? The coffee mug says, I bought a spinner with beer bottles on the ends. You bought a spinner with beer bottles on the ends? A fidget spinner? I don't really know what you mean there, buddy, but it is what it is. Okay. The Yoshi Brother says, there's already a Pepsi Man. Now we need a Dr. Pepper Man, a Sprite Man, a Fanta Man, and other soda man. Pepsi Man! Now, are there any other soda men? There's the... What's the one... What's the American one, which has the guy bursting through the wall? I don't remember what drink that is. You can't get it in the UK. I don't think so, anyway. It's not Gatorade. What's it called? The soft drink when the big thing bursts through the wall. Family Guy make fun of it all the time. But no, I don't think really soft drinks need a mascot, do they? They don't really need one, do they? Okay. That's all the lighting on the lower level done, I think. Or at least on this half. Anyway, we also need to do the water purifier. Oh, and this section as well. No, we're not anywhere near done. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Render! You said it wrong, Render! You always get it wrong, Render. There we go. Grab that, grab that, grab that. Copy it and drag it across. What are the people saying then? Kimberly A says, the Kool-Aid Man. Kool-Aid Man, that's it. It's not a soft drink, but a drink mix. Oh, okay, I got you now. Yeah, but the Kool-Aid Man, that's who I was thinking of. Rogan98 says, what did you think of it? I didn't find it very scary, and I've seen the original, which is weird. I haven't seen the reboot of it. I haven't seen it. It looks alright. Tell you the truth, I'm going to be honest. The original is very good, but it's a bit overrated. You know, it's got a very good first half. But as I get towards the end and stuff, when he turns into a spider, basically, it starts to lose my attention a little bit when they get to that part of the story. But the first half of it, when they're kind of first introducing it, Pennywise, I think it's fantastic. Alright, so we got this here. Do I really want to put that there, or do I want to put it... Or do I want to put it on the metal? It probably makes more sense to put it on the metal, wouldn't it? I wouldn't want... If I was a shopkeeper, I wouldn't want to have this big old spotlight put there. Go ahead and put it on the metal there. Metal! And what's that lighting up? That is lighting up that section. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, hold your horses, Nelly. Hold your horses, Nelly. Turn off the lighting engine. Got a wee bit confused there, lad. There we go. So that's that. Let's go ahead and just adjust the light now. As in the light source, I mean. Not the actual... Not the 3D model of the light. Go ahead and rotate it down a little bit. Off with the lighting engine. Off with your engine! Alright, so if we, in theory, just rotate this down a little bit, we should, in theory, get like some nice pools of light just shining on the floor, which is what I need. I apologise if just doing the thing with the lighting is a bit boring. I apologise about that. But it is obviously an essential part of the mod. It gives it a huge amount of its flavour. The lighting of it. Do-do-do-do-do. How's that looking? Angle it down a little bit more, maybe. Angle it down a little bit more. There we go. Turn on the lighting engine. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. Alright, got that there. So now if we can go ahead and grab this as well. I might only add those two. I might only actually add 2 of them. You know, 2 pools of light. Because if we add 4 light sources in such a small area, it will be very bright. Even though, realistically, that's what you would do. I want to have 4 lights, but I don't want to have 4 light sources. So let's just go ahead and have the 2. I think that'll be fine. Go ahead and drag this across over to this corner over here. This will look quite nice now. Give it a little bit of symmetry. And now push it back. Push it real good. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-ba-dum, bum, bum. Excellent stuff. That's that there. Or do I even need any more? Now, think about it. Just for 2 at the top might look alright. Just for 2 at the top might look alright. I think we could go with the track lights here, actually. I think the track lights are meant to work on in a kind of corner like that. See if we can get the old track lights. See what we've got again. What else is there? Go ahead and see what's up. Yoshi Brother says the original was 5 hours long, I think. Well, the original was it was a TV series, wasn't it? I believe they did re-edit the original to condense it into 2 hours. I think that was the movie I saw, and I liked that one. Krager's Carrot says cringe alarm. Oh, okay. Cringe alarm right there. Let's get the cringe alarm going right there. Probably for me singing. Yep, Renda sang again. Cringe alarm says Vindicator win. The coffee mug says, has anyone seen Men in Black 1, 2 and 3? Yep, I've seen all of them. I only saw the 3rd one once, but the 3rd one was alright actually. 2nd one really wasn't very good. You know, the 2nd Men in Black movie just went all comedy. You know, it's like, hey, we've got Will Smith. Let's put loads of jokes in this. Whereas the 1st one was actually quite scary at times. It was quite a serious sci-fi film, the 1st one. And it had some jokes in it because it was Will Smith, as you'd expect. But for the most part, it was a serious film. And the 3rd one was a very good mix of them both, you know. I think the 3rd one was a very good one. And let's go track lights. Or just track, maybe. And go to the old pack in. So I'm actually going to be using these track lights the way they were meant to be used, I think. Yeah, see right there. See, they're actually angled the correct way. So therefore, I won't have any problem placing these lights down, thankfully. Because I'm actually using them the way they were intended to be used. Go ahead and turn on my angles now, Ben. Boom, you see how easy it is when it just does what I need it to do. When it just does what I need it to do, it's like, yeah, throw them in there, Gromit. Fantastic bit of lighting right there. I could probably go ahead and use these inside the store, actually, now I think about it. Wouldn't be a bad use of them. We've got that right there. And probably drag one over here as well. Underneath the things there. Also go ahead and add some inside. Let's go ahead and add the lighting inside the shops. Because I will forget. I will forget. Part of a decoration is that we will need to add more items to these shops. Because whilst we have added quite a lot, we only added kind of the essentials, you know, the bare bones of what we needed to make this look like a flower shop. Make the antique shop look like an antique shop. We'll have to add like pipes and stuff like that and things to make it look a bit more realistic at a later date. Vindicator Win says, I'm going to shoot off. Bye, Render, and goodbye, Renderlings. Everyone say goodbye to Vindicator Win, everybody. See you again on the next stream, buddy. The Yoshi Brother says, I never saw a Men in Black movie. I very highly recommend you watch the first one. Yeah, I think that's produced by David Fincher, the first one. Or it might be produced by like Spielberg in conjunction with Fincher. So, you know, some big names on the first one. Second one, I've watch it if you want. I mean, but it's a comedy film. The jokes aren't very funny, you know. It's got Johnny Knoxville with 2 heads, you know. Kind of sums it up. And the third one's alright. What else is there? And, going to read this. Rogue Agent 98 says, what horror movies would you recommend? Ooh. Well, what do you mean by a horror movie? Do you mean like a genuinely scary movie? Or do you mean like a movie which is kind of horror in the sense of like fantasy mystical things and stuff? Because they are different. A movie which really scares me, is Training Day. That movie terrifies me. It's very, very scary, the movie Training Day. But it's obviously not classed as a horror film. You know, it's kind of like a gangster film, I suppose you call it. You know, a police thriller. But it scares me more than any other horror film. I'm trying to think of actual horror films that are scary. Or just good horror films, I suppose. As I said, The Descent is a very good horror film. The Exorcist is obviously a very good one. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is very good. People make fun of it, but the original Blair Witch is good the first time you see it. I would recommend the first original Blair Witch. There's a Spanish... I'm actually going to go take a look in game now. It's about that time. Let's go ahead and do that. There's a Spanish film called Record, or REC. Very good kind of found footage zombie film. It's the only time I've seen like a found footage film after Blair Witch that's actually been really good. You know, they're all pretty bad after Blair Witch. But yeah, that's very good. They did do an English remake called Quarantine. But it really loses what made the Spanish version good. You know, I don't know what it was. I think it's like there's more action, there's more shouting and stuff. And it just really wasn't very good. But the original Spanish one is generally quite a scary movie. But I'm trying to think of horror movies which aren't too scary. Tremors is a great one. Tremors is a great movie. You know, you got Kevin Bacon right there. Very funny movie. There we go, there we go. I'm trying to think of any other ones that are really good. I'm trying to think of other ones that are really scary. Really scary movies, but aren't necessarily horror films. Killer Joe is a fairly recent one. That's actually directed by the guy who directed Exorcist. That came out 5 years ago, maybe? That's a very scary movie. About an assassin. That's very scary. Or Leon the Assassin. Or Leon the Professional, sorry. That's a very scary movie. You know, horror is subjective. Horror is subjective. As I said, I find Training Day very scary. It's very much like bullying and blackmail and entrapment, you know. Very scary. And Tablord 2 says hi. Hello there, Tablord. Are you playing some of your guitar, Tablord? Is that what your name is about? Maybe, maybe. Alright, so right now we're going to go take a look at the new lighting. See what the lighting looks like. Now we've added some lighting to the entire lower level. Didn't add any extra lighting to the second level. Have we added any? No, we have added some lighting to the second level. Did we? Oh, I honestly don't remember anymore. I think we added like 2 lights maybe. Yeah, we'll go ahead and see what the lighting looks like on the first level. It should look pretty good. It should look pretty good. Alright, so we've got 26 people watching right now. That's not bad. We are going to be wrapping this stream up in 15 minutes or so. And, is there anything I need to watch? You know, typically when I watch YouTube videos, I don't really watch them too much in the day. I watch all my videos at night, you know, after the stream is done. Or, you know, when I've just got a free evening. I just watch YouTube videos in bed. And I typically don't watch YouTubers as they release a new video. I typically wait a while and then just watch like 10 of their videos all at once. I shouldn't do that. That's actually quite bad. I should just watch them the second they come out. But it is what it is. And I typically watch them on my PlayStation when I'm in my bed. I actually did try watching it on the Vive in bed. That was actually surprisingly comfortable. Surprisingly comfortable. But I wouldn't recommend falling asleep with a Vive on. There are lots of videos of people falling asleep with a Vive on in VR chat. Very scary stuff happens. Very scary stuff. Nikolai De Valenti says, The Return of the Living Dead is pretty hilarious. Oh yeah, the Night of the Living Dead movies. Or Evil Dead is also a very good one as well. Tell you the truth, actually, the original Night of the Living Dead is actually a pretty good movie. It's very strange to watch nowadays, though. Because that was obviously the kind of first zombie film. In the Night of the Living Dead, George A. Romero's film, the zombies came because of space radiation from a rocket that they had just sent to Venus. Remember, the space race was still going on when that film came out. And that's how they explained the zombies. It was like space alien radiation from space. Whereas obviously nowadays, every zombie film is just kind of always the virus route, isn't it? I mean, George A. Romero came up with that as well. But yeah, very strange to go back and watch that film. And also, lots of very interesting racial profile in that film. But obviously, back then, you know, it was, well, I wouldn't say it was normal, but it was part of the film that the main character is very much profiled as the black man who should be ignored and is never right, but actually he's right about everything. Very, very good movie. But as I said, it's very much dated. They're coming to get you, Barbara. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at this at night time. That's what we're here for. Set game hour to 23. That's night time, isn't it? Boom. Okay, yeah, not bad, not bad. It's looking good, it's looking good. Okay, so yeah, the actual blocks are lit now. That's nice. The blocks are lit. The beacons are lit! The beacons are lit! Gondor calls for aid! So there we go. Yeah, the park looks good. I don't think that needs really any more lighting. Really, you shouldn't be having the park lit up at night anyway. I doubt many kids are going to use the park at night. Oh yeah, check out the chalk we did. That looks really nice. That still makes noise. Why is that still bobbing? Oh, that shouldn't still bob. I thought I fixed that. That's actually a buoy that you see out on the water. But I flipped it upside down because it just sort of looks like something kids would climb on. But it's still bobbing. I thought I fixed that. Okay, we'll have to go ahead and fix it again. Yeah, so we do need to add some more lights, I think, to light up the buildings. So we can actually see the buildings. But yeah, the actual blocks look good. Let's take a look inside the shops. Oh, the shops look nice. The shops look nice. They really do. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look around this section. Yeah, the shops look nice at night. They've got some character to them. Maybe if we put some wall lights on the actual walls as well, so we can see the walls. Because right now, each wall is just in darkness. That's a bit weird, but it is what it is. And, yeah, I'm really happy. Let's go ahead and check some of the other streets. Yeah, those streets look good. Those streets look good. Yeah, the lighting's good. I'm glad we've now come up with a lighting plan. We can actually see at night now. We can just add a couple lights to some of the big structures, so we can actually see the structures themselves, not just the streets. I'll be pretty happy with the lighting here. Even just like the basic wall lamp would do just fine. Okay, let's go ahead and quickly close out of this. Maybe we can do that very quickly. Maybe we can do that very quickly. What are the people saying in the chat? Kimberly A says, I think The Shining is scary and 2001 Space Odyssey. Both. Oh, and also a movie called Moon. That's really good. Oh, Moon's fantastic, isn't it? Very good movie. It's interesting that you say both The Shining and 2001. Both Stanley Kubrick movies, obviously. And The Shining, it's scary the first couple of times you see it. But then, you know, it just sort of becomes funnier. You know, again, it's like The Exorcist. You know, the more you see it, the funnier it becomes. But 2001 is a very scary movie. All the stuff with Hal is very scary. You know, when that moment when Hal becomes more human than human. You know, very scary. I haven't watched it for a long time, actually. I really need to go ahead and watch 2001 again. It's one of my favourite movies of all time. And of course, you know, The Shining. Well, The Shining is actually just Stanley Kubrick admitting that he faked the moon landings. Herp, herp. I mean, I can understand what they're saying. There are some subtle things in The Shining which may suggest he faked the moon landings. And a few years before the moon landings, he had done 2001. So he obviously knew how to do space stuff. And there was a time period between 2001 and after the moon landings when no one knew what he was doing. Okay, I can buy the theory, but it's just a bit far-fetched, isn't it? You know, it's just a bit far-fetched. Why is it too ridiculous to say we can't just build a big rocket and point it on the trajectory of the moon? I know that's very much downplaying what NASA did, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Why is it too ridiculous to say we can't do that? What else is there? And, go in and read some of this. People are still talking about horror movies and stuff like that. The coffee mug says, has anyone seen 2012? Oh, yeah, I've seen 2012. In fact, I'm looking forward to being an old man and showing kids that movie and saying, I survived that. I'm looking forward to doing that. That'll be fun. Anything else that people are talking about with the movies and stuff like that? Yeah, people are still talking about that. Laura Elcher said, used to say Night of the Living Dead because of the answer's name was Barbara. Yeah, Barbara. But yeah, it generally is quite a creepy movie, and at the time it was much creepier. At the time it was much creepier, but there are still some creepy things in there. Oh yes, of course, Gondor really had too much pride to call for aid, so Gandalf sent the Hobbit to help with them without asking. Says Laura Elstrud. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And what else have we got in the chat? Rogue United says, when I was young, I watched Shaun of the Dead, and there's a scene where a zombie behind the shower curtain, and I can't close my eyes. It's interesting to when there's a movie which is typically regarded as not being scary, but when you're a kid, you find it terrifying. But then it also flips around. You know, there are lots of times when there's a kids movie which grown-ups find scary. It's always cool stuff like that, I find. Nikolai De Valentine says, Space 1999 is rather interesting to revisit. I don't think I've seen that. I don't think I've seen that one. I'll have to see what that is. I'll have to see what that is. Alright, loading up this very quick. Oh, we've only got 5 minutes, haven't we? I don't even know if the model loading time. We'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. And Laura Elger says, yeah, tell the kids also you walked 5 miles home from school in the snow too. Lol. Did you just walk 5 miles in the snow? Did you just walk 5 miles in the snow? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Nikolai Delancey says, as a kid, Wizard of Oz. Yeah, Wizard of Oz was very creepy as a kid. You know, it's a little bit creepy now. But, yeah, at the time. Especially the opening with the tornado. Oh, Toto! I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. Jackson Fridge says, my phone is about to die. Oh, no, that's a shame. Plug that in. Plug that in. I never let my phone die. I've always got battery on my phone. You know, the only time it may run out is when I'm, say, you know, again, you know, I'm in bed, you know, when the day's over. I never let my phone die during the day, though. There we go, there we go. That being said, though, I don't really use my phone too much. I really don't use my phone too much. You know, sometimes people are always on their phones, but typically I'm at my computer a lot, so I'll just drop it on the floor, why not? So most of the time when I need to look up something, I can look it up on my computer. Or Discord is open. Or emails are open on the computer, you know what I'm saying? So it's what it is. And Coffee Mug says, has anyone seen the extended edition of Lord of the Rings 1, 2 and 3? I think I've seen the extended edition of number 3. I don't think I've seen the extended versions of any of the others. To tell you the truth, my favourite Lord of the Rings movie is The Fellowship of the Ring. That's my favourite one. Because it kind of sets up the world, you know, and everything's on a smaller scale. You know, you feel a tighter bond between all the characters. So I really like the first one the most. And also the ring wraiths are very scary in the first one. Very scary. The best battle in all the Lord of the Rings, though, is easily Helm's Deep. Helm's Deep is easily the best battle. First one has the best kind of story and relationships, I think. Second one is the best battle, or the best fights, I should say. Third one probably has the best special effects and, you know, the most awesome cities and stuff. You know, Minas Tirith is amazing to look at. Alright, so that's that done. Let's quickly go ahead and see if we can go ahead and add like 1 or 2 lights just to the inside of the shops and stuff like that. Let's just go ahead and get like the basic industrial wall light. Okay, so type in, is it wall light? Is it like that? Build the add-on wall light. Just go and take a look at that. That ain't it, is it? Oh no, it's like industrial light or something it's technically called, isn't it? Industrial light. Or workshop light, it might be called that. If we don't find it in the next 5 minutes, never mind. But we know we need to do it. We know we need to do it. Okay, Kimberly A says, I've seen all the Lord of the Rings in extended about 100 times. How much time is that? If you've seen all 3 of them 100 times, Kimberly A, how much time is that? They're very long, aren't they? Yeah, I think I've only seen Return of the King extended version. And that was good, actually. That was good. We saw more stuff with the Ents and stuff like that, which I liked. Okay, so, it's not just wall light, is it? I just did that, didn't I? Alright, so wall. Is there a pack-in for wall? Wally. That's an amazing film, by the way, Wall-E. That's one of my favourite films, I'm going to say. Wall-E. Wall-E? Wall-E? I'm not too sure. Okay, I think there is a pack-in for it. High-tech wall light. Is it high-tech wall light or is it industrial wall light? Oh. What is it right there? Yeah, that's the, not the one I want. I just want the one that you can get in the workshop, you know what I mean? Subway light, that might be a nice one as well, actually, but it doesn't really suit. Trap electric light, shack wall door set? No. Candle wall holder? Oh, a candle one might be nice. Now, I want lights, I want lights. Emergency wall lights. Shack wall door set. I don't see it. Clutter wall fan group. What's just this, just out of curiosity? Oh no, that's an actual wall fan. I don't remember what it's called then. What about just like workshop light? And we've got the actual workshop light box here. We've got the light bulb, but not the actual light. So maybe if I type in workshop and we get a pack-ins, I might find the light I'm after. This is the light you're looking for. Shine a light on her. That's a bit intimidating, isn't it? Just shining a light on someone. That's not very polite. Not very polite at all. Okay, so pack-ins, pack-ins, pack-ins. If I can find pack-ins correctly. Am I the only one who's not very good at remembering where things are in the alphabet? Like, I'm not dyslexic or anything, but I always forget which order certain letters are. Workshop tutorial? No. Those are quests. That's why I'm not finding it. Those are pack-ins. Oh, it's not there. Okay, just type in light. Type in light. Do it by editor ID. See if there is... should we do it by editor ID? Go by pack-in. Alright, so pack-in, 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 pack-in. Here we go. Under bulb gobos, ceiling lights, construction lights, emergency lights, fancy lights, high-tech lights, industrial cat lights. No shadow. Is this what I want? Is this what I want? Is this the one that I want? Is this the light I want? Yeah, that'll do. I don't like it now, actually. Now I'm looking at it. Now I'm looking at it, I don't really like it. Yeah, I don't really like that. Okay. I know I just wasted 5 minutes looking for a specific light and then find I didn't like it, but no, that's it. Okay, so it's time to wrap up the stream then, really. It's time to wrap up the stream. How about I go ahead very quickly and check if there's any other Twitter messages? And then we will wrap up the stream then. 3 hours of stream today. We streamed an hour of Fortnite, and then we streamed a load of Fallout building, which was fantastic. So, no new messages on Twitter there. Okay, I didn't plug it for a while, so it is what it is. Alright, so let's just quickly go ahead and see what everyone else is saying. Okay, so Reaper O'Weiler says, who's playing Far Cry or Fallout? Just say the game. I'm playing on the Far Cry 5 map editor. I haven't played Far Cry 5 yet. In fact, I haven't even played Far Cry 4 yet. I need to. I loved Fallout 4. Rogue Agent 98 says, I'm dyspraxic. That's numbers, isn't it? It's very similar to dyslexia, but it's with numbers, I believe. Yeah, I think that's right. And, oh, that's why I sometimes can't spell. Oh, no, maybe I got it the other way around then. I apologise, buddy. Toby James says, I just joined. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm literally just about to go. Sorry, I'm just about to go. Oh, man. Sorry about that, buddy. But yeah, we always stream the Fallout at the same time. Nikolai Di Valenti says, nice, I have to rewatch it. I missed it all. Well, you saw some of it, buddy. But yeah, we will have it available to rewatch. Maybe not tomorrow, but the day after. I told myself I've got to make it a habit of cutting out the opening bit where I'm not on screen, you know. But it takes all day for YouTube to cut that bit out, you know. So tomorrow, we'll get it done. Oh my god. What was that right there? Was that a final donation? Indeed it was. Jackson Fridge has donated $2 through Super Chat and says, bye, Jackson, Jackson, Jackson. Everyone go ahead and finally chant Jackson Fridge in the chat just as we go to say thank you for that final $2 donation. Thanks very much for that, buddy, for a final goodbye donation. Thank you very much, buddy. That is awesome. Okay, yeah. And time to go ahead and end the stream there. And as a final question, the coffee mug says, has anyone seen Ready Player One? It even has the characters go into the hotel in The Shining. Really? Oh, that's cool. But no, I never actually saw Ready Player One. I've heard it's not great, but I'll probably watch it at some point because now I've got the Vive, I'm really interested in everything VR. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. It's been a great 3 hours. Next time we stream Fortnite, we'll definitely do 2 hours. But yeah, this has been a good part of the build. You know, we've now designed a lighting template for the entire city. Because you know how it is. Sometimes we go ahead and spend ages and ages just working out what needs to look like. But we got the lighting setup perfect straight away. So we were just able to start making a really nice lighting setup immediately, which was fantastic. So thanks very much for watching. I will probably go ahead and stream again in 2 days' time. Not tomorrow, but the day after. And again, you know, I'll let you guys know on like Twitter and also on Discord. If you follow me on Discord, I'll let you know there. You can find the links to all these in the description if you want to go ahead and follow on Discord and Twitter. And of course, I'll be able to let you know on YouTube because I'm able to go ahead and send you guys messages on YouTube and stuff. So thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in the next stream. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye. Remember to go ahead and drink your vegetables and eat your milk. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye. Sleep well. Go watch some of the films we were talking about. There's some good ones in there. Goodbye, guys. Bye-bye. Have fun. And remember,